sweating a little bit and started stuttering, and I freaked out for the first time. But that's okay, because I had my phone in my pocket. And in a sweaty panic, I just start reading jokes out of my phone, out of order, with no punchline, and it was going terrible. What a lot of people don't know is when you're on the stage and your time is almost up, they hit you with a little light to tell you, get off stage. But because I wasn't looking up, I could not see the light. The comedians were afraid to take the large boxer off stage. So they're in the back of the room, waving their phone to get my attention. And my friends see me making a fool of myself, so they join in. They're like, yeah, get off stage. And then the few people who weren't my friends in the crowd saw that everyone else was doing it, and did it as well. And at that moment, I looked up, and I thought, it's like a rock show, I must be killing it. Finally got off stage, realized what had happened, and I realized that I left my phone on the stage. Moment of sheer panic, I run up to grab my phone. Because my friends are douches, they gave me a standing ovation. I saw the crowd, saw the light, saw the microphone, and I said, it's always the same introduction when you're, and I did it all over again. They then eventually removed me off stage. That was Friday night. You know what I did Saturday night? Another show. Probably went equally as bad. Not yet, for long enough, and now I'm the only boxer who shows up to a casino a day early to perform a comedy show. I fight and then perform another comedy show after. Boxers now tell jokes. A lot of times we see people we think are successful that in the same field as us, and you see them doing really well, and you're like, how are they doing so good? In boxing, we don't make a lot of money. So when I see friends with nice cars and new shoes, food, wow, I must be doing something wrong. And I realized that those people had really terrible credit card bills. I feel like you guys know who I am at this point. I'm keeping that though. So, everyone's struggling. The struggle's real for everyone. I decided I wanted to be a speaker. Don't ask me why my backup plan for sports was telling jokes. Now my backup plan for sports is talking about how I wasn't able to make it in sports. And that's what you do when life gives you lemons. So I decided I was going to be a speaker, and I was going to take the same open mic approach. So I reached out on social media and said, I'm willing to speak for free to all these places for a limited time to have new videos of me speaking. Funny thing is, I don't have any old videos of me speaking because I actually never done it. But people love free stuff, so they called me on down to these schools, and I was terrible. I just kept on doing them. And after I felt like I was good enough to make some money doing this, I went to the library, which is apparently still a place. Found the Kansas City Business Journal. I found the top 50 colleges, and I sent an email to the top 50 deans to let them know who I am and that I'm going to be speaking at their school and they're going to pay me. And do you know what I heard back? Nothing. But that's okay. I won't be discouraged. I'm an athlete. I blew all my money in 2012 and I was basically homeless living on a friend's couch. I'm going to reach out to the top 50 athletic directors to be able to speak to their student athletes about the right decisions to make in life, because they need to know who I am and they need to know that they're going to pay me to speak. And you know what I heard? Nothing. That's okay. Got another one. I reached out to top 50 student activity directors, because those are the people who put on activities. And I want to tell them who I am and that they were going to pay for me to speak there. And whatever reason, I still heard nothing. But I decided sometimes you need to go the extra yard, the extra mile, and sometimes when you go the extra mile, you gotta go another mile. So this was me going the mile. The second mile I decided to do is I decided to reach out to the student activities director at Johnson County Community College, which is right down the block from my house. Maybe people are sending emails to these these student activity directors every day. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna write a handwritten letter and I'm gonna bring it to him. But first I need to find out who he is. And I found him on LinkedIn, Steve Johnson. That's not his actual name. I was told I had to stop using his actual name. Found him on LinkedIn. LinkedIn, I saw he was a writer. He had a Facebook fan page. Clicked that, brought me to his fan page, 131 fans. Not impressed. Found out who was sharing his videos. Of course it was his personal page. So I found his personal page. On his personal page, he has a video. In that video, he had a wedding ring. I found his wife's page. I was in complete creep mode at this point. Took my information I gathered. Friday at 4:30, I show up to his office with a handwritten letter, my business card attached to it, and a dozen roses. And the letter read, "My name is Cam F. Awesome. I'm a boxer, I'm a comedian, I'm an aspiring speaker. I don't have the experience to speak at your school, but I think you should give me a chance. Some people see roadblocks in life. I see them as a speed bump. I want to hurdle you." P.S. The flowers aren't for you. They're from you. To your wife. Have a good weekend. Dope. One step farther or further, send a tweet. If a dude sends you flowers and you're a dude, you're gonna look on social media to see who he is. So what I posted was, "Hello, Mr. Johnson." I had to cover it up because I really can't use his real name. The card is not for you. Have a good weekend. Inside of the flowers, there was a card that said, "Honey, I love you because," and then he fills out all of the reasons why he loves his wife. It's gonna be a good weekend for that man. And that's the extra mile you have to go to get a gig. Just joking, you never called me back. I dropped $30 on this dude's wife. But if you can fail without being discouraged, success eventually becomes inevitable. And that was supposed to be the end of that story. But then I had an idea. Down the block from that community college, speaking to 1,000 high school seniors. Got an idea. I'm gonna put this up there and tell the kids to tweet it. Boom. I got him, I've got me, and I got Johnson County Community College. So, he's gonna know. And I was hoping a kid would do it. And someone did. Actually, over 100 kids did. And finally, that is how you book your first speaking gig. Just joking! He never got back to me. But if you can fail without being discouraged, success will eventually become inevitable. This is my tree. This was the Olympics. I jumped, I got close. Fingertips barely on the fruit, and I missed. I don't believe I failed, because on the way down, I won more championships in my weight class than anybody in the history of the sport in America. Now the flying fish, it's known for flying, never actually flown, failed 100% of the times it tried, but because it never quit, it's the best flying fish you know. I am the Olympic boxer, never actually went to the Olympics, failed 100% of the times I tried to go, never gave up, so technically I'm probably the best Olympic boxer that you know. Thank you. Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
Does anyone have any questions?
Oh, yeah.
So is this your first speaking gig?
Oh, no. Actually, the Kansas City Oasis, I was fighting nationals on December 9th, whatever that Saturday was, and I'm literally walking to the ring, gloves on, opponent's already in the ring, and a guy's like, "We're excited to hear you tomorrow." And I'm like, "What's tomorrow?" He's like, "Oasis?" I was like, "Oh, yeah, man, see you tomorrow." Like, I won nationals, and first thing I did was I ran to my phone, I'm like, "What's tomorrow?" And I forgot to put it on my calendar. I prefaced that with, I used to make flyers and hand out to businesses. Like I would just make a flyer about something I don't speak about because I'll figure it out if someone were to pay me. And so I would make flyers, and if someone would hire me, I would find a teacher and be like, hey, it's Wednesday, how would you like to get drunk tonight and not have to do anything at school tomorrow? I'll come to your class and I'll take over like all 7 of your classes and I'll teach. You just have to sit there. They love that. And then I would practice seven 40-minute speeches for the thing that I just made up I spoke about. Problem is, I didn't put Oasis on my calendar, so I didn't get to practice those 7 times. So as my friends were all out drunk celebrating me winning, I'm like researching stuff in my phone on speaking about resiliency. That was my first gig. Since then, I've spoken at 3 Oases, and I've just heard today that there are 5 in Utah. I don't think I'm gonna do that one. Definitely go to Austin. Weather's good. Significantly less Mormons.
What in Toronto?
Huh?
Toronto.
There's one Toronto. I'll do Toronto in the summer.
All those non-Mormons at the Oasis in Utah need you, though.
You're right.
They're
You're right.
suffering under the Mormon tyranny also.
Don't be discouraged.
Yes. Well, Mormons there. No one's afraid of Mormons.
Are you
so.
still boxing?
I am still boxing. I would like to make the transition from speaking, from boxing full-time into full-time speaking. When I did that on July 4th, America, I lost my fight to qualify for the Rio Games, and on July 5th, I decided I was going to take all of my resources, every dollar I had, all the time I had, and I was going to just pursue speaking 100% and not do anything to do with boxing. And if I could do that and start making a living by January 1st, I wouldn't be homeless. I got really close to being homeless. It was tough transition, and then someone was like, hey, the only thing that you know how to do because you have no certifications or no degree, like you're an athlete, you should be an athlete speaker. I'm like, I don't want to be an athlete speaker. He's like, you don't have a choice because you're broke. It's like, all right, I'll keep boxing then. So just trained for nationals, and for 2 weeks, and I won nationals just so it looks better on the resume, the current #1 boxer in the country instead of the dude who used to be. So I'm just gonna win nationals every year.
What about the 2020 Olympics?
I may accidentally go there, but I don't really. Also, when you win nationals, you receive free health insurance, which I didn't know like that was a thing because I always had it. I've been on the national team since I was 18. That's expensive. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely keep like fight once a year for health insurance. Yeah, I'll definitely do that.
Are you from Kansas City originally?
Kinda. I was, Lenroy Thompson was born in Long Island, New York, and he died February 16, 2013. That's when I legally changed my name. I did it on my half birthday. Nailed it, celebrate both. And I had what I called an afterbirth day party. I was reborn in Kansas City. So I like to say I'm from Kansas City.
And
Born again.
Born again. Yeah. Am I the only born again in here? Probably not the place.
so why did you start boxing? How did you get into that?
I like to say I started boxing to be healthy and fit and get in shape at 16. But the truth is, like, I was like, all right, prom is next year, and I'm fat, and I'm a virgin, so I'm gonna need to lose weight and look like ripped, and I can have like a hot girl at prom and like have sex in a limo, and that was why I started. No, I went to prom with a friend, and I don't know, it's not like the movies. There was like 14 people in that limo. There's nothing that could ever happen.
No, don't be too sure about that.
Yeah.
So did Johnson County tell you you can't use Mr. Johnson's name anymore, or did he finally contact you and say, dude, you can't use my name?
After I spoke to the 1,000 kids, and they all did that, the kid who was doing recordings, like on the recording, in the recording class or whatever, photography, yeah, AV, boom. After he's like, hey, is that guy is that guy a pastor? I was like, yeah, he's a pastor. You know him? He's like, that's my pastor. And I was like, take my number, tell him I'm looking for him. That's, so the kid, he texted me, he's like, hey, yeah, my pastor said, he keeps getting all of your messages and he thinks you're a little weird. So, which I can see now in hindsight. Like when I walked in with the flowers, it's like he's the only dude in the office. All the chicks rushed to like the front and was like, oh, is this for me? Is the flowers for me? And I'm like, no, it's for the only dude here. But I left it. I didn't want to talk to him about it because I feel like it would ruin the moment. Because I usually say really awkward things. So I'm like, left the flowers and I jetted out. So the dude who leaves the dude flowers and then I left for his wife.
Yeah.
And he's a pastor. Yes. So I didn't even think of that part either. The intent was good intent. And also I am the first known gay boxer. And I'm not even gay. I boxed in a pink skirt for like breast cancer awareness because my mom and my phone's pink, and everyone always assumed I was because I grew up with a bunch of women in a house, and that's where people live, and like they would put their towels up here. That's what women did, or that's what people did to me. So like when I got into high school in the locker rooms, I'm like walking around up here like that. That's Cam, he's clearly gay. I spent a lot of time denying it, and then I was like, gay people are better than normal people, because like, they can't make more people. And so I just kind of let it go, but then after that interview like went viral, I was like, yeah, everyone knows I'm a fighter. Yeah. So you know how the comment that gets the most likes goes to the top? Yeah. The comment said, and this is millions of views, Cam's awesome. If he can do it, anyone can do it. He's a pillar of community. Rainbow emoji, hashtag gay pride. Most likes. Now everyone definitely thinks I'm gay, so I'll be cool with it. Yeah, gay people. We can fight too. Really feel like I wish I played an instrument now, because I could really sell myself to Oasis. Hey, no, more cowbell. Just never know. I guess I'll just stay up here for a while. I'm having a good time. You guys good?
Yeah. Do some of your comedy.
Yeah, there's a child here. Yeah. I'll be a douche.
So, is the main thrust of your speaking on resilience and, continuing to push toward your goals and stuff like that?
Yeah, I want to speak on resiliency with efficiency, like fall down, get back up stronger, goal setting and time management. And I would like to speak to corporations. I resonate well with the young professionals because a lot of them get my references, which I realize after I speak at schools just to practice. And I came to Wichita West, Wichita East. Which one is less safe? Because I didn't feel safe.
East.
Didn't feel safe. It's weird. I found myself Googling what 13-year-olds think is cool, and it felt a little creepy. Because I want to have references for kids, but they're not going to get the cowbell reference or like VCR jokes or
Chris Farley.
They don't know what what's the Fire Marshal Bill? Yeah, Fire Marshal Bill. Like they're not going to understand things like that, and I've tried and it does not go over well. I do well with really old people and then young professionals. Like there's a gap in between, but like 35 to 45 where they don't really get me. That's okay. They usually pay me before I get there. You're 47? Alright, so I'm good, right? Good. Okay. Let's go with some jokes then. Where we at? Oh, and there's a camera. Hire me. I'm making my own promo. Is that even recording? Okay.
No, we just have it there.
Yeah, I'm making my own recording of, I'm doing it live. So you're gonna wanna hire me because these people had a great time and you can't see it, but there are 25,000 people in this room. Yeah. Yeah, see, I'm going to also drop this mic on the floor because I've never actually done that. So when I get off stage, you guys will know. And you don't have to do a standing ovation because they're not gonna be able to see. I'm a vegan, of course, and vegan that drives a Prius, fights in pink. I see where they were going with that. And a lot of my friends, they don't really know how to connect to a vegan person, but they want to support me. So one day I got a bunch of text messages from friends like, "Hey man, did you find out Stevie Wonder's vegan, man? He just tweeted about it." I was like, "Oh man, it's crazy. Why would Stevie Wonder have a Twitter account?" He's not retweeting anything. And like I know why I'm vegan. Like I'm pretty sure he didn't watch The Cove. Wait for it. There we go. Because he's blind. Yeah. Spoiler. He's like cool, and he came to Kansas City and he sang the national anthem at like game 7 of the World Series. It was the last one. And it was great, it was beautiful. But he got done singing and he didn't go to the nosebleed section. He had quality seats. Why would you put Stevie Wonder behind the catcher? If I was his manager, after he sung, I would put him in the limo, which would actually be a '97 Honda Accord. Yeah. Yes, some of us are different types of people. Like you can give Stevie Wonder anything, he's not gonna know it's vegan. Like, if you were a chef, would you wear that hat? Like if you was a chef, would you put the garnish on his plate? Like, you can give Stevie Wonder a bucket of KFC chicken in the bucket, and he's not gonna know the difference. Vegan people hate that joke. So I'll share the story about about my name change. One, I'm an adult, so we can do like two things. We can like change our name, and we can open up stuff at the grocery store. Like I can open up stuff a lot more places because no one wants to tell the big black dude no. So that.